Hello, welcome to your stretch, lengthen, and release. It is so exciting to be back with you guys after a little bit of a reprieve. So I hope you are refreshed, ready to start the new year right, and you've had a wonderful holiday and New Year's celebration. So with that, we will be taking it a little bit slower, kind of taking the mindset of easing back into things, allowing our body to get ready for some more movement later down the road in other classes. So with that, we will need a strap for today's class as well as 2 blocks. So make sure that you have your 2 blocks nearby within reach, or one if you only have one, and your strap. And we'll go ahead and lie down flat on our back and get ready for our stretch, lengthen, and release. As you grab those tools, will all meet in our Shavasana. Tuck those shoulder blades underneath. Connect with your breath. Connect with your breath. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or allowing the hands to rest down by your side. And just being thankful. Isn't it such a wonderful thing to lie down, connect with your breath, connect with your body, and just being and allowing and surrendering. And from here, we'll go ahead and create some movement. On our inhale, take our hands back behind us, point our toes to the front of the mat, deep long body stretch. And on your exhale, hug your knees into your chest, bring your forehead to your knees, release the back of your neck. Gentle compression in and around your thighs, your hips, your hip flexors. And inhale, lower your head down from here, hands to those knees, big toes to touch. Open up the knees to all 4 corners of the room. And one more circle in this direction. As you bring your knees back to your chest, gently switch directions. And one more circle, bringing the knees back together into your center. Keep the right knee hugged in, lengthen that left leg nice and long. We'll move throughout this ankle joint, creating some nice big circles with this right toe. And switch directions. Once you're nice and even, point and flex. And we'll rest into stillness here, allowing that foot to relax. And we'll move into our supine twist. On our exhale, bring our right knee across our left body. Open up that right arm, gaze follows. And inhale, come back, bring that right knee back in towards your chest. From here, locate that strap, place it on the ball of the right foot, and on your inhale, lengthen that right leg up to the ceiling. Just allowing all of that tension, that stress, if you've been on your feet, standing in the kitchen, cooking away, baking, or even if you've been on the couch reading a good book, watching one of your favorite movies, gravity doesn't help. It still pulls that tension down towards our toes. So here we're releasing both of those positions, whether you're staying cool, warm on the couch, curled up, or standing. Either way, we're releasing that, reversing. And then also stretching and lengthening our hamstring, the backward leg. If you flex the toes towards the shins, you'll begin to feel that engagement and lengthening in the back of your calf as well, the back of the knee. And from here, we'll take our strap in with the left hand, and on our exhale, cross that right leg over. And remember here, it's less about these final twists that we just came from, more about opening and lengthening through the glute, the top of the hip, and the side of the leg, so hopefully getting into that IT band as well. And with this one, I want you to play with flexing the toes towards the shin. See how it changes a little bit of the calf stretch. You're getting a little bit more of the peroneals, which are the outside of our shins. So if you've been going on some hiking or walking in uneven terrain, this muscle engages to keep our ankles nice and stable. So it's nice to release that. And again, that's going to be in the outside of our shin. On your inhale, slowly sweep that right leg back up. If you need to scoot more towards the left to give yourself some space. On our next inhale, we'll begin to open up the right leg to the right side. Sometimes it seems that the going just too long. Allowing that inner thigh, back of the knee, a little bit more length. Now and then it seems that life is just too much. And you can play around with where these toes are. Are they further away from your shoulder? If you're feeling super open today, maybe they're closer to the shoulder and head. When friends are gone, you know my Savior's alive. Is it real? You know it's real, yeah. 'Cause you got the love. You got the love. You got the love. 'Cause you got the love. You got the love. You got the love. Time after time I think, Lord, what's the use? Time after time I think it's just no good. 'Cause sooner or later in life, the things you love you lose. And on your next inhale, sweep that right leg back long. On our exhale, bend the knee towards the chest, release that strap, place it off to the side. And keep that right knee hugged into your chest gently.
You got the love. You got the love. You got the love.
And before we treat the left side to the same movements, on your exhale, bring your left knee in towards your chest. Inhale, find length of that spine, and exhale, curl, tucking the chin to your chest. Bring your forehead to your knees. And inhale, lengthen the head long, dropping it down to your mats. Releasing, letting go. And keeping the left leg hugged in this time. On our inhale, we'll lengthen that right leg long. Keep the left knee hugged in. And we'll go ahead and create some nice big circles with our ankle, 4 in each direction. Drawing circles with that big toe. And once you're nice and even, coming back to that neutral ankle and pointing and flexing the toe. And from here, relaxing that toe. And we'll move into a supine twist. On our exhale, bring our left knee across our right. Open up that left arm, gaze follows. And just breathe into the supine twist. It might have been a while since we've been here, or maybe you got in a few more practices throughout your break. Whatever it may be, just still easing in to our body, to our breath, mind-body connection, into movements, lengthening of our muscles, releasing of the tendons and ligaments, and also connecting with that breath. If it's been a while, sometimes our mind will want to wander a little bit more, start making to-do lists, or start thinking of other things around you. Because it's been a while since we have calmed down, slowed down, did not have maybe family, friends, pets, to-dos, lovely baked goods around us. So slowing down, our mind might become a little bit more active, and that's okay. Just allowing it to go where it needs to go, but also gently reminding to settle, to sink in, to breathe. And inhale, bring that left knee back into your chest, gentle compression. We'll locate our strap, place it to the ball of the left foot, and lengthen our left toe up to the ceiling.
I saw you in the club getting all fucked up, and cocaine, well, it was all sucked up. You felt the power of something. You felt the power of something. But not for long. I know you better than you know yourself, which ain't saying much as far as I can tell. You can sing your song, you can sing it well. So quit putting me on.
And from here, taking the strap in with our right hand, we'll begin to cross our left leg over. And again, keeping that leg nice and straight, we really want to focus on our hip, our glute, lengthening through the IT band. And if you add that flex of the toes towards the shin, our dorsiflexion, you'll begin to feel that calf engage and begin to lengthen the Achilles, all of that lovely tissue down in our lower body. Three more breaths. And on our inhale, lengthen that left leg long. From here, we'll take the strap in with our left hand. If you need to shimmy over to the right side, give yourself a little bit more space. On your next inhale, we'll begin to open out the left leg to the left side. Again, play around with where these toes are, how close they are to your shoulder and head. And then also play around with flexing, dorsiflexing those toes towards the shin. Really wanting to allow the inner thigh muscles, our groin, to relax and soften. On your next inhale, go ahead and take your left leg back long, inhale. And on our exhale, gently remove that strap, place it to the side, hug your knee into your chest one last time. And from here, we'll allow the right knee to join our left. Nice little bear hug around those shins. And we'll take those hip circles one more time now that we're a little bit more stretched and released. So big toes to touch. Hands to the tops of the knees and open up your knees to all four corners of the room. And one more circle in this direction. When the knees come back together, gently switch. And bringing the knees back together. Slowly drop the heels down in front of those sit bones, and we'll take a supine butterfly, allowing the knees to drape open to either side of the room. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and from here, you're welcome to close your eyes if you choose. And we'll just take a moment to set our intention. Kind of coming at a little different point in our class. I like to switch it up, but since we are a little bit more open, released down in our lower body, maybe even our lower spine, it's nice here with this a little bit more tension release out of the body to connect to an intention of your choice. So we'll take 3 breaths here just to connect to whatever you are drawn to, whatever your mind is focusing on. And from here, we'll just relax and sink in a little bit more into our supine butterfly. And from here, gently release to your knees, guide them together. We'll roll to our left side, take 2 breaths here. And as you feel ready, we'll begin to float up to a comfortable sit. And once you're at a comfortable sit, cross-legged, half lotus, full lotus, you're welcome to sit on a block. One of the reasons we have them nearby, having your hips or sit bones higher than your knees, you're releasing some of the tension in our hip flexors. And so like I mentioned before, if you have been curling up on the couch or you've been seated, your knees tend to be closer to your chest, so it's nice to have that length. We're gonna take some neck stretches, again, kind of soothing our body after taking a few weeks off. So tension in our shoulders and focusing on our neck next will be really helpful with that in mind. So roll those shoulder blades down and away. On your exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, let your head hang heavy. And on your inhale, take your left ear to your left shoulder. Left hand can rest on top of the head and allow those right fingertips to drop down to your mat. Or palm facing away from you, thumb facing down, take it to the small of your back. As you do that, the thumb will lift up towards the head. But your palm is facing away from you, it's facing the wall behind. And on your exhale, tuck your chin back to your chest, release your right hand, allow that left hand to drop down as well. We'll take this on the other side. On your inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Right hand can rest on top of the head, and with your left hand, either reaching it down to your mat, or palm facing away from you, thumb facing down, sweep it back to the small of your back. Remember that will switch the thumb to face up towards the head. Again, palm still facing away from you. Turning that shoulder blade down, getting some more space and length on the lateral side of our neck. from here on our exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, let your head hang heavy, release those arms down to the side. And on our inhale, take our hands high. We'll take a gentle twist here on our exhale, right hand to that left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, find length, exhale, twist.
Swedish fields green. I wanna see the forests of Finland. I wanna sail on boats on the Baltic Sea. I wanna feel the Russian winter. I wanna go to my Polish grandmother's home.
Inhale, coming back up, take the hands back high. From here, we'll switch directions on our exhale. Left hand, right knee, inhale, find length. Exhale, twist towards that right hand back behind you.
I wanna be free as the winds that blow past me, clear as the air that I breathe, to be young as the morning and old as the sea. I wanna lose myself in the Scottish Highlands, the west coast of Ireland, the Cornish breeze. I wanna rest my bones in the Spanish sunshine, the Italian coastline is calling me to be free as the birds that fly past.
And on your inhale, we'll unravel, take the hands back high. On our exhale, reach them out to the sides. From here, we'll take a Paschimottanasana, deep-seated forward fold. Give those legs a nice little shake as you stretch them out in front of you. Inhale, peace fingers high. On your exhale, fold peace fingers to those big toes. Keep that chest and thigh connection. Reach that heart forward. And slowly begin to walk those heels forward as you feel more open. Remember, one of my favorite cues for this posture is allowing the lumbar spine to open and lengthen. Oftentimes we're very worried about the hamstrings, but there's lots of poses in yoga that focus on hamstrings. Think down dog, think forward fold. We visit those a lot in traditional flows. So this is one posture where we want to target more of the lumbar spine, not just the hamstrings as our number one. We can overstretch them. And we have too much length in our back body and not enough length balancing in the front. And on our inhale, slowly sit up, give your legs a nice little shake. From here, we'll take a wide leg forward fold. Grab your blocks. It's nice to bring the earth closer to you as you begin to open up the legs nice and wide, heels as far as you can to the outside edges of your mat. We'll take the block gently in front of us. Inhale, find length on our exhale, leading with our chest. Begin to fall forward. Flex those toes towards the shins. This is a great opportunity to come back to your intention, come back to your breath. As always, when we hit a moment of a little bit more stillness, it's great to turn inward, come back to those things that we started in the beginning of class. And from here on your inhale, gently begin to press yourself up. Remove that block gently to the side. Guide your legs close together. Option to take some windshield wipers if you'd like a little bit of movement, where you're going to move into half hero's posture next. So shift your weight over to your right hip. Swing that left leg around. We want the heel as close to the hip as possible. I like to have my toes hooked under. Some of you may feel okay with your knee to actually have your toes point away, whichever is more comfortable here. This is where the block can also come in handy. And if you do have two blocks, just so that both of your elbows have a place to go, this brings the earth a bit closer to you if you want to slowly lower down. If that feels good, you can explore lowering to the forearms without the blocks. But most importantly, we want to push that left knee down to our mat. And as we lean back, we will begin to create length in our quad. Since I talked about and already mentioned over lengthening our hamstrings, I don't think it would be fair of me to exclude the quads and give them a little bit of length and stretching to help balance out the front of our body with the back. And it's an often forgotten muscle. We usually use it more for strength, thinking our chair posture, not just for glutes, but for our quads as well, going up and down the stairs. And of course, our crescent, any of our lunges, warrior one, warrior two. And on our next inhale, gently begin to press yourself back up. Scoot your weight over to that right hip to slowly allow the left leg to release and lengthen next to the right. Give both legs a nice little shake. You're welcome to do some windshield wipers, any little movement you need. And once you're nice and loose and your left leg feels a little bit more normal, but maybe more stretched than normal, we'll begin to lean over to that left hip. Swing that right leg back around. Remember the different position for our toes. Blocks can come back behind you to support either elbows. If you don't have two, you can actually turn the block. It's just a little bit easier to find both of them. And then as you feel warm, you can lower all the way down to your forearms if that feels okay. Again, we want to focus on pressing that right knee down into the mat, because as we lower down and our right knee lifts, we are still shortening that muscle. And so it comes from here back to here, but we want to keep that length. So that's why we want to press that knee down away from our shoulders, away from our head. And 3 more breaths. And on on your inhale, we'll gently begin to press ourselves up. Remember to lean towards that left hip, unravel that right leg. Give them a nice little shake, point and flex the toes, windshield wipers, any little movement for that lower body. Allow the ankle and knee as joints, since we were bending them, to release, and we'll come back to where we started in our Shavasana. Slowly lowering down vertebra by vertebra until our head and shoulders are the last to reach the mat. And we'll rest down, allow the feet to fan open. Take a full body scan. Is there anything else that your body is craving for the last few minutes of class to truly release and let go? And then after all of that extra movement that you want to squeeze in, don't forget to come back down into this restful position to allow your body to again let go, release, surrender. And there's no rush, but when you are ready, slowly wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, walk your heels to your sit bones, roll to your left side, take 3 breaths there before you press yourself up and join me in seated. Again, there's no rush to do any of those cues, but if you are seated, you're welcome to go ahead and close and follow my movements. Inhale, taking the hands high. On my exhale, prayer hands to our heart center, taking a breath here, just to allow us to connect a little bit more with our place of love and our place of connection. And from this place, I'd like to thank you for joining me on the mat. As always, it feels so wonderful to reconnect with you guys, join you once more for Stretch, Lengthen, and Release, and share this flow each week with you. So I'm so excited to get back on track, and I hope you did have a wonderful couple weeks off, but I'm glad to be here with you. The light within me honors, acknowledges, and celebrates the beautiful light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you. Whoops.